guys, and welcome to the Fish Room. I'm Rachel O'Leary, and the time has finally come. My weather has turned from exceptionally cold to 90s during the day and high 50s overnight, and what that means is that I can move fish into the yard. Now, just to refresh your memory, if you didn't catch my last few videos, I've really downsized this year in what I'm going to move out. So I'm going to move out my 3 white cloud species, some danios, and 4 types of shrimp. So today we're going to catch them and move them outside. Normally I would move them out in water, but gravity got the best of me the other day and I fell and ripped out a bunch of ligaments in my ankle. So I don't want to be carrying a bunch of heavy stuff. So I'm going to bag them like I would for shipping, and this will allow me to float them in the tubs to acclimate to the temperature and then let them go. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to catch some fish. We'll take a look at the fish I'm moving out, take them outside, and put them in the tubs. Let's get started. So here are the 8 species I've collected. I'm going to go ahead and bag them up and we'll move them outside. Now when picking shrimp, it's important to make sure you have both genders. Otherwise, what's the point? And you can see there's some females with saddles and some males in here. I have videos on how to sex shrimp. Basically, the males are generally smaller and slimmer. You can see there's a female right in the front there. And then there's a male that's substantially slimmer right in the middle of the frame. My meteor minnows, cherry shrimp. There's a few buried, that's never a bad idea either. Blue shrimp. Go away from the edge, guys. There's a buried blue shrimp as well. Some yellow shrimp. Again, you can see a big buried female there. And then some of the chopre. Their container's really old, sorry you can't see them that well. I went ahead and labeled the bags too, because as fish get stressed, they can wash out substantially and it can be tricky to tell what's what, especially with 3 of the same species that just have color differences or fin differences. So I went ahead and labeled everything, and I'll do the same with the shrimp because they can wash out pretty much, or pretty significantly as well. Now, because I never remember what I put in what tub, I brought out some labels. I can't find my tape. I'm a mess right now. And I'm just going to stick a label on each tub so I can remember what goes where. This is more important in the greenhouse with the shrimp, because I never remember what I put where, but we'll do it out here too. And these will be removable. Generally, I like to use painter's tape or masking tape. But again, can't find it, don't feel like looking for it, and it doesn't really matter. As per every other year I've done this, I'm putting my meteor minnows in the big tub. The long fins are in there, the chopri over here, and the regular white clouds are in the tub around the corner. But as you can see, the plants are looking really good out here. My irises are about to bloom. They're Louisiana iris, which are a native to here. Pretty excited about that. They're always gorgeous. I hope I don't miss them when I'm out on my adventures. But everything's doing well. I'm going to let these guys float for about 15 minutes. We'll take the shrimp into the greenhouse, free them, and then wrap it up. It is blazing hot in here. Alright, so we'll just let everybody hang out for a few minutes, release them, and go from there. Now, historically, I get hundreds of shrimp out of these tubs. I need to get my fans going, make sure it doesn't get too hot, and I just top off these tubs as needed with my captured rainwater here. I also use this to water the bog. And then the tubs in the yard get capped off with rainwater, and if it gets really dry and they're low and the plants are, you know, need more water, then I'll take the hose. Now again, just to refresh your memory, my tap water has a TDS of about 90. It's very dilute, so it doesn't cause any issue for the fish. Also, if things get profoundly hot, I may use tap water just to cool things down a bit. For the most part, the fish go down to the deep parts of the tub. That's part of the reason I like these taller tubs. They can go down and get into cooler water, as I don't use heavy circulation on these, just enough to prevent easy mosquito laying. But again, I also use BTIs, so that's not a problem. I'm thinking this year I'll have a pretty great yield as long as I can remember to come out here and keep these topped off. I do have tons of travel planned for this summer, so we'll see how it goes. But I figure no harm, no foul. I do plan to break down at least half of the fish room. So I don't really necessarily want extremely massive yields, but we'll see what happens. And just a quick glamour shot of the bog garden. You can see it's doing awesome. I have soil coming next week to put in an outdoor garden. I'm running way behind this year, but I'm also going to put in a secondary bog garden, which I'll document on my plant channel. So if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe to both my channels. As always, thank you guys for the continued support. I'm going to go let all these fish and critters go and get back to work. Hope everyone's staying safe and healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.